Alright, what's up everyone? So I just finished the TJR Bootcamp video 2, and he assigned homework, so I figured I may as well do it on video because then you guys can make sure I'm doing it right. It'll probably just be my friend Jonah, but you never know. This might get like randomly blessed by the algorithm and a ton of people will see it. But I have the homework right here. I wrote it down. So he said to get on the chart that you trade, which I'm going to be doing gold versus the US dollar, and then spot at least we learned about candles, but specifically he's talking about the dojis, which is like the small candles. Then he said find at least 10 examples of doji candles, understand the wicks, and then find how price ended up reacting off of these examples that I find. So that's the homework. I'm gonna put on my other monitor so I can look at it. Um, so yeah, I this is like my first time actually hopping on the chart, and it took me a few minutes to figure out at first. Maybe I'll look up like a YouTube video or something later. My friend, I had some questions for him, and he probably sent me videos right now, but I'm just gonna finish this real quick. I think I have it figured out for the most part on how to at least zoom in and move across it. So I'm going to be finding examples of dojis 10, and one thing that I am kind of unsure about is if this is a doji and if this is a doji. Like, does it have to be super thin or does it have to be this? Because I remember in the video he's pointing at these, but would this be a doji too? Um, Maybe someone in the comments can correct me. But for now, I'll be going off of these because these are dojis for sure, definitely, because this is what we were looking at. I think this is just nothing. Look how thin this is. This has to just not mean anything. But anyways, I'm going to be going with this first one. Here's one candle doji 1 out of 10, and it is a down candle. And so price opened. I'm trying to remember without looking at my notes. Price opened because it's opposite. Yeah, price opened here and then closed here. Or is that? I think that's right. Because then yeah, that's 100% right. So for the down candles, price opens at the top and then closes obviously at the down. And for this one right here, it opened at right here, 3,325 497, and then it pushed all the way down to here, 3,324 227, but it ended up closing here. And I believe he was calling that a strong close because, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what that is if they're watching this. I don't know if this is really an example, but like this candle wick goes a lot further down. Um, so I mean, maybe this is a down candle, so I don't even think this is like relevant to what he was talking about with a strong close, like this, I guess. Um, and so like it's opened. This is a blue candle, so it opened at the bottom, then closes at the top. But before it closed, it went all the way up here, and instead of closing up here, it came and closed all the way down here. So I think that this would be considered a weak close because the candle wick is so long. But this would be considered a strong close because this closed like pretty much with barely any wick. So from my understanding, like I'm not doing like a course on this. I'm just kind of talking it out loud so I can hear and learn that way. But doji 1 out of 10, I believe I said this one, and it is a down candle, and this definitely indicated that price was going down because there's a few more down candles after that. And then here's doji 2, I guess 2 and 3. Man, I feel like, yeah, okay. I said zoom out. I see what he means though about the doji is kind of what did he say? I feel like he said something that they let me look at my notes. Dojis can show us indecision in the market and indecision with a bias in a direction. Not gonna lie, I don't understand that yet. I mean, obviously indecision, I know what that means, but like I don't get how this would show indecision. But maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. After all, that was just the second video of the boot camp. So anyway, dojis right here and here, and well, this one barely had a wick at all. This is a down candle, and obviously it opened here, but then it barely pushed up, and then it closed down here. But not much of a wick on either end. And then this as well. These are dojis. I'm gonna go back to this. I like this more, like how it's zoomed out more. There's another doji, and specifically, this doji is kind of random. This is the second video, and only one of them is about trading so far, because the first one was psychology. So I don't really know how to talk about all this yet, but I still just wanted to make this video. Just, I don't know, may as well. But this is a down doji, but then after that, there's 3 up dojis, 3 up candles, and obviously price is starting to push up very slowly. But these are definitely dojis. I am confident of that because they're very small. They don't have like super crazy wicks or anything. I can't remember. I think this was the example. I don't think this is a doji. I'm gonna say this isn't because it looks a little thicker. I'm gonna say this is a doji, and it pushes down pretty far. It opened and then it pushed all the way down here. But then it closed up here. It had a strong close. I've lost track of how many dojis this is. Let's just say this is 5. This is hard for me. Is this a doji? Maybe I'm overthinking the doji thing too much. It doesn't look like a doji when I zoom it out. It looks a little too thick. So, wow, what the heck? There's like a ton of down candles. This is definitely a doji, and this is definitely a doji. And so it opened here, pushed all the way up here, and then all the way down here, and then closed right here. Yeah, that's right. And then same with this one. So I believe that's 7 dojis that we found. I'm gonna have to go back in time now. Let's go. Here I see some. Alright, so we have 7 dojis. 8 doji. This is a doji. 9 doji, 10 doji, and okay. So I guess I found 10 dojis. I believe those are dojis. Like, someone let me know in the comments if I'm just like, if I understand none of this and I got every single thing wrong. Let me know, because I actually want to like understand this. But I don't get how, and obviously he'll explain it. So that's where I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting ahead of myself. But how I'm supposed to like, because I thought in the homework he said, so get on the chart and find at least 10 doji candles, which I did. Understand the wicks, which I do understand wicks, and the closes and opens, and then find how price ended up reacting. Oh, okay. I think I'm reading into this too much. How price reacted off of it. Not, for some reason my dumbass was trying to predict it. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Oh my goodness. Okay. So how price reacted off of this. I'm not going to go back into this for every single one, but I'm going to lock in and be like, I show you guys I understand this, at least, unless I am just a dumbass and I don't understand this, but I think I understand this. So, doji here, and price, did I just have like a, what's the word? I don't know. Did I just have a realization? So it shows us indecision within the market. So if you see this, are you kind of like, when you're trading, you're kind of like, I don't know if I want to buy it or whatever, because this might not be a good sign. And then actually it has 3 down candles, which proves that this was not a good sign. I think that just made no sense at all. I'm sorry, I'm like actually kind of retarded. But hopefully I can say that on YouTube. I've watched TJR, and he said that before, so it's okay. But okay, so how price reacted off of this doji. So this doji here, price ended up going down because of it. I said because of it. I don't know if that's how it works. Sorry, I'm like super beginner, and I feel like anything I say is wrong. But this doji here, and after this doji occurred, there were 3 down candles, and price moved down pretty far. Same with these dojis, price moved down. Let me see if I see some more. I don't think this is a doji. It looks a little thick, honest. Oh no, that's kind of smaller. Nah, it's definitely not a doji. Although this is definitely a doji, and price reacted and it kind of pushed up. So I guess is just a lesson here, which he didn't like fully explain how how to read dojis. He was just kind of showing us what they were, and he wanted us to find them. But I guess from my understanding, and I'm sure I'll learn more in the future, that dojis can be just kind of like a warning sign, maybe, that might be unpredictable, because from what I've seen, there's dojis, but then the price pushes up. But then also, like, over here, where was I? I think I was right here. Yeah, there's a doji, but then price pushed down. So I'm assuming that the dojis are just kind of like a warning sign, I guess, where watch out, because I guess that makes sense, because he said in my definition that I wrote down, it said that let me find this. Dojis shows indecision in the market, which from my understanding, like I said, I'm just a dumbass right now, but from my understanding, this seems like indecision, when followed by a doji, there's an uptrend, and then there's also a downtrend. So yeah. All right. That was my homework. Sorry, that was probably very painful to watch or listen to. But this is my the second video I watched of the boot camp, so I don't really know too much yet, but I am going to learn. And please let me know if I did this wrong in the comments, because I want to learn from my mistakes. All right, sweet. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.